YouTube growth struggle bus, or you're just starting a YouTube channel, or you want to get started and you're just kind of lost, I hope this video will help. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you should start now, how to get the ball rolling, specifically what has worked for me, and who this will definitely not work out for. And at the end, I'm going to answer specific questions that I've been asked that are not covered in the first part. When I was starting YouTube and struggling on YouTube, I devoured these kinds of videos. So this is my way of giving back. So YouTube has been around a really long time, and I feel like every year people are like, oh, YouTube's too saturated. There's no way I could be successful. There's too much competition. But people have been saying that for years at this point. I mean, 2018, people were saying it's too saturated. And people still grow and still get very successful on YouTube. It's one of the biggest search engines out there. Two main things you need to be successful on social media in general is time and dedication. You have to spend enough time on one platform doing the work, putting in the work in order for this to work. If you're in the trenches and you're putting out videos and you're doing the work and nothing's happening, we will get to how to get the ball rolling in a second, but just know as a little motivation that there are creators out there who are not that big of accounts. They don't have millions of followers, and they're making 7 figures, high 6 figures. I'm not one of them, not yet anyway, but I have hope. But I've watched enough people beat around the bush, seen some people who are very honest about how much they make, to know that there are lots of creators that you would never think are making that much money and are making a lot of money. So I feel like that's pretty good motivation right there. Now, these same people who are making high 6 figures, 7 figures have been on social media for 6, 7 years, most likely 10 years. They've built one huge platform. They probably have another platform they spend time on as well. They have put in the work to get there. It did not happen overnight, and most likely it's not going to happen overnight for you either. But if someone said to you, hey, do this for 7 years and you'll be a millionaire, would you be like, okay? It's not that much time in the grand scheme of things. Most people don't get to that level in their entire life. So YouTube and social media in general, but specifically YouTube, has a very high growth potential. So just keep that in mind when you're churning out videos and you're trying and you're publishing things and it's just your mom and your cousin and your dog that are watching it. Just know that it will get better and you too will get there as well. So that goes into my first tip on making YouTube videos that people actually watch. And that's that you're gonna have to make YouTube videos on something that you would make even if nobody's watching, you could talk about all day, even if no one is listening. Something that you're really passionate about, that you really enjoy, like truly enjoy learning about and being involved in. If you're doing YouTube videos on a subject you think will get you rich, you're gonna get burned out, you're not gonna last, it's just not gonna work out. And then second, you have to make YouTube videos on a subject that people are actually searching for and want to learn about or want to see or are interested in. If you're making videos on 80 different ways that you eat breakfast, I gotta be honest, I don't really think anyone is searching for that. They don't know you, they don't care how you eat breakfast, and it's gonna be really hard to take off. There are a lot of great vlog channels that have blown up from just being themselves. Kelly Stamps is a great example of somebody who was very successful early on, but I would see her channel as the anomaly, not as the norm. A lot of times vlog channels are really hard to get going because nobody is searching for that and nobody knows you. You have to really have a presence first before people are interested in what you're doing in your day-to-day life. Now, I'm only speaking about what I know, but if you want to get into the YouTube space and a place where you have an income from YouTube, you're going to have to do videos on subjects that people are actively searching for. Now, let's say you have a subject or a general topic or just a general idea or several ideas of what you want to do YouTube videos on. The very first thing you need to do is to actually start. And I know you've heard that before because I had heard it a million times, but you really do. And the reason why is you can do all the preparation, all the learning, all the researching, all the studying you want, but nothing is going to make you get better at making videos and getting in front of a camera and talking to it without being like, hi, my name is Anna and I make videos, than actually sitting down and talking to the camera and making videos. Editing is like, oh my God, it's so hard to learn. And the only way you're gonna get good at editing videos is to edit videos. So you have to get started. Now, for you numbers folks, let me put this into real perspective for you, okay? And I didn't make this stuff up. I got this from Nimmin's channel, which if you're not following him, you really need to if you're trying to be on YouTube. I will link him and several people that you need to be following on YouTube in my description box because they will be a very big help. But anyway, he had a video where he talked about the actual hard evidence data, how many videos you need to have generally in order to have a certain number of subscribers. People who have between 10,000 and 100,000 subscribers have uploaded around 400 videos. Okay. People with 100,000 to 1 million subscribers, 1 million, have on average uploaded a little over 1,000 videos. People who have over 1 million subscribers on average have uploaded over 4,000 videos. This is on average. We all know some creators who have uploaded 50 videos and they have 80 million subscribers. That's an extreme, but you know, there's all kinds of exceptions to the rule. I would just take this information to go start making videos. If you've made 25 videos, 50 videos even, and you're like, just not growing, well, you know, most people haven't when they've only made 25 videos. Plus, when you finally have a video that gets a little bit viral and YouTube starts pushing it out, which is really what you want to happen, and people start watching your video, what happens is those same people who are watching that video, they go back to the YouTube homepage and YouTube serves them another one of your videos. Now, what if you've only made 3 videos before that? Or you don't have a bank of videos on your channel? You're not really giving that person a lot of videos to binge watch, which is how a lot of people watch YouTube. They want one video, they want to watch 10 of them. So whenever you're making these videos and you're not really getting many views and it seems like it's all for nothing, just think of them as for your future fans. Your future subscribers will want to see these videos. Another tip to get the ball rolling, if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, which is kind of the, you know, goal that everybody wants, because 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can start getting paid money from AdSense. It's really not that much. Trust me, you'll be like so happy you got $15. But anyway, do some research on terms, search terms that are being searched a lot, but then make them specific. Specific search terms that people are searching for, but there's not a ton of competition. You can always figure this stuff out by downloading Tubebuddy and Keywords Everywhere. You definitely need those 2 tools. For instance, if you do a video or do a search for how to paint, you're gonna get a gazillion videos and you're never gonna be found. You're gonna get lost in the competition and it's just too broad of a subject. But if you do a video on how to paint a wall fast, that's a lot more specific. You've narrowed it down. A decent amount of people are gonna be searching for that and they're gonna be very targeted because they're specifically looking for how to paint a wall fast. Now all you have to do is create a video with good, succinct, efficient answers. Without a lot of fluff, good video, very helpful, and you have a winner. The way the YouTube algorithm works right now is either A, you either create a video that people are searching for and they find your video that way, or B, you make a video that your subscribers wanna watch and YouTube will see that as a good thing and will push it out to more people who are similar to your subscribers, thinking that they will want to watch it too. That has been a great way to grow for me, but in the beginning, when you don't have a lot of subscribers or no subscribers, your best friend is going to be finding search terms with a decent amount of search volume, like over 100 per month, but less than 1,000 per month, and not a lot of competition. What worked for me? I was like anyone and I made videos and thought they were amazing. Why is no one watching this? And I look back and they were absolutely awful. It's terrible. I've deleted some of them, but you can definitely go back and look at my hello, I am Anna and I have a video videos. They're pretty bad. I was able to get the ball rolling because of the tip I just shared with you about finding search terms that didn't have a lot of competition, but people were searching for. My videos were pretty subpar, but they had the information that people were looking for and they provided value and they were good enough. And so I had some people subscribed and man, I love those people to death. I don't know who they are, but I really love them. Another thing I've learned from my journey on YouTube that really works with people who watching your videos is, one, your videos need to get to the point and answer the questions people are asking. Solve the problem. If someone searched for how to paint a wall fast and they get your video and it's a beautiful thumbnail and they get to it and you're like, hi, my name's Bobby Joe and I like to eat cheese in the morning. We're gonna talk about how to paint a wall fast and I want you to subscribe. You see how boring that is? You bet you're like, get to the point, lady. I mean, it's just like, nobody cares. Just get to the point. You're asking for them to subscribe and you haven't even shown them anything. They're just gonna get irritated and they're either gonna click off, or even if they watch and get the information, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, never again. Get to the point and give people an easy to understand, efficient, answer. Now, this may not seem very fun to you, but in the beginning, you have to give the people what they want. And even to this day, even now, I have to reel myself back in and give people what they want to hear, as opposed to talking about what my dog did earlier that day. Although I love my dog and I would love to talk about him, but I know nobody cares. If you have other videos on your channel and they liked your efficient, easy to understand video, YouTube is going to show them those other videos. And if they like what they see, they will end up subscribing whether you ask them to or not. I think some people would disagree with me, and I rarely ask people to subscribe at the beginning of my video because for me personally, I just get annoyed. I'm like, I came to your video to watch how to cook this, whatever. I don't really care about subscribing. I wanna know how to cook the thing. As you grow, you have people subscribing to your channel that get to know you and that may want to know more about your life. And in that point, you can share bits and pieces or do a separate video or something like that. But in the beginning, especially when you're trying to grow, and even later on, I just feel like you really need to be efficient and succinct. I feel like I'm like rambling right now. I'm doing the exact opposite of what I'm telling everyone to do. I'm sorry. More rambling, quick story, but in the beginning, I did a video on how to wash your swimsuit. I did a little research, it was a great topic to do, and I thought it would be funny to do like a comedy bit in the beginning and show how not to take care of your swimsuit. I thought it was really funny and cute, and based on my analytics, nobody cared and they were just irritated and they wanted me to get to the point because they came there to figure out how to wash their swimsuit, not watch some random woman try to make a not even that funny skit about what not to do with your bathing suit. So your video needs to have an engaging thumbnail. If it's how to paint a wall fast, if you put how to paint a wall fast, it might have a lot of competition. It might stand out, it might not. What I have learned is that if you use words like this and these, it immediately gets people's attention. Like they're like, what is this? I want to know what this is. So I would say like expert painters use this, or paint this way, or this is how. And of course your actual title says how to paint a wall fast. Or I would put 30 minutes or less as the thumbnail picture, and then your actual title description would be how to paint a wall fast in 30 minutes or less, or however long it takes you. I don't know if you can paint a wall in 30 minutes, but anyway, you get the point. Another way my channel has taken off, and it still takes off, and I still do this today because they're just fun, but it's doing negative videos. And you're like, why would you do negative videos? We should all be positive and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. And I agree, but the viewers, the world, they want to know what not to do, more so than they want to know what to do. Don't know why that is, but I fall into that trap too. When I see like, you know, stop wearing this, I'm like, what? Stop wearing what? Am I wearing it? Ooh, let me find out. It's just so enticing. I had a video called Out of Style, and I didn't think I was even that offensive in there. I tried to be funny. I even showed things I still wear that are out of style, whatever. That video took off. It really got the ball rolling big time on my channel. Now, whenever you do these kinds of videos, you have to know in your heart of hearts, no matter what you do, no matter how many disclaimers you put, no matter how much you say, hey, this is just my opinion, it's my YouTube channel, you don't gotta watch it if you don't want to, people will come for you. They will come for your every being and try to take you down single-handedly through the interwebs for saying anything negative that could possibly be offensive to anyone they've ever known. And I say it kind of sarcastically because sometimes I'm like, really? Like, that's what you want to comment? Anyway, there are a lot of people who find a lot of entertainment in what not to do or how not to do this. And those are the ones that are your people that will come back for more, that enjoy this type of entertainment, this type of content. So if we're painting walls, I would do a thumbnail that says, don't paint like this. And I would have a big red X on somebody painting a wall and another big red X on, you know, somebody painting another wall or something. Something that looks very like, ooh, what's she gonna say? And that will get people to click on your video. And then have a good video and then make sure that it is relevant to that topic and you get to the point and you keep it moving, and you should have a winner. I say should. Sometimes I do videos like that and they're just horrible and I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. The last big thing that I did that really helped my channel grow is that I spent an ungodly amount of time researching how to grow my YouTube channel. I think I've watched every video 3 times on this subject, and I spend time on my channel looking at my analytics. I still don't quite understand my analytics, but I from what little bit I do, I would look at that. I would see what videos did kind of okay, do more, double down. But I really spend a lot of time listening to people who have already been successful on YouTube tell me what they did that worked, and I would try those things. The other thing I did, which got better over time, is I was somewhat consistent on YouTube. And by somewhat, I mean I tried very hard to put out one video a week, but I also am running a business. I have children, you know, I'm not just hanging out during the day with free time. So I would get up at 4 in the morning to edit videos. I would stay up late to edit videos. Editing was such a struggle for me. Like I just could not do it fast at all, that sometimes I really couldn't put out a video but every 10 days. And eventually editing, I got a little bit better and was able to do once a week. And then once I put my baby in daycare, I was able to get out 2 videos, currently 2 videos a week, which is a lot, but I can edit so much faster than I used to be able to, so I'm able to make that happen. And I will say this, in the beginning, I hated editing. I was just like, oh my God, this is awful. I can't do it, I'm so slow, I just suck at it. And now editing is one of my favorite things. So if you're at the point where you're like, I don't know if YouTube is for me, I really don't like editing, I only wanna film, just know that you will eventually start to like it better when you learn how to do it better. And the only way to get better is to do it. You can also hire these things out, like hire an editor, but I feel like they cost a lot of money. And if you're not making any money from your YouTube channel and you don't want to spend any money, that would not be the way. 1 video per week, I feel like, is the bare minimum you need to have on YouTube to get the ball rolling. But just know that the more you can post, the more opportunities you have to get the ball rolling. When I started doing 2 videos per week, which was like in August or September, I think I had around 35,000 subscribers. I have double that now, or almost double that. So 2 videos per week is obviously ideal, but I definitely was not able to do that in the beginning. And so if you aren't able to do that, don't feel bad about it. I feel like you have to get in the right mindset for YouTube. If you feel like this is some easy side hustle that you could just do, like, you know, a couple hours a week, you are very strongly mistaken. It takes a lot more time than that, a lot more energy than that. You need creativity, you need time to edit. It's a full-time job. Doing 2 videos per week is a full-time job. But get into the mindset that you have to put in the time, you gotta put in the work in order to get better and to grow on YouTube. Don't quit your day job, and just say to yourself, either, you know, for 6 months, I'm going to make YouTube a top priority. I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna do what I have to do to get 1 video per week. I'm gonna do this and reassess at 6 months. Maybe in 6 months, you will know how to edit a lot better and it won't take you so much time. Or maybe in 6 months, you're like, actually, I need to hire an editor, this is nuts. These people who've been on the platform for 10 years that are making millions of dollars, I mean, they had many years where they were not making anything and they were making terrible money, and they were doing stuff just from their iPhone trying to get the ball rolling. So everyone has been there. One thing that has worked out in my favor is that I am a huge introvert. I'm not shy, and I like people, and I like to, you know, go do things with people, but for the most part, I like to do things by myself. I like to be by myself. I'm more creative by myself. So doing YouTube videos and recording and editing is a lot of time you gotta spend by yourself. I'm sure you could find a YouTube editing buddy or something, but it is a lot of time you spend by yourself. So if you're extroverted and you really need that social interaction, you know, often throughout the day or something like that, you'll really need to kind of figure that out. Like, how are you going to get that social interaction when the majority of your work is going to be kind of behind a screen? Another tip I have for you is to not get hung up on the technical stuff. You don't need a big fancy camera. You don't need really anything fancy, except you do need good audio. If you are gonna buy one thing and one thing only, I would spend $20 or $30, whatever it is, and just buy a little microphone on Amazon. It does not have to be fancy. I will link the one that I have below. I think it was $25 and it's been great. I have no reason to change. But audio is super important. People will still watch a video if the quality is bad, like if it's kind of fuzzy or not high quality or high definition or whatever, but they will turn it off if the audio is bad or they can't hear you or they have to strain to hear you or the music is too loud or something like that. So that is a very important piece. You do need good lighting. Sunlight is wonderful. I will link below the ring light that I use. I am not techie at all and my lighting sucks. It's just, I probably look like a ghost right now because I don't know how to adjust everything. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, But a ring light is nice because you do get good lighting. And if I didn't have the ring light, it would be like this. Yeah, well, maybe that's better. I mean, is that better? I kind of feel like I like it. Like colors are more vibrant. Anyway, we're gonna turn it back on. Maybe oh yeah. God, see, I suck at this. I suck at this techie stuff. I'm gonna figure it out in 2027. I will learn. So you see, I got subscribers and I have people actually watching my videos, and I don't know how to do lighting. I look like a ghost right now. I'm a middle-aged woman with stretch marks and a flat booty. If I can do this, anybody can. Like, anybody can. Who this will not work out for, I am the authority. I'm not the authority, but I really feel like I have a really good idea who this is definitely not gonna work out for. If you heard from some video, somebody's making gazillions of dollars on YouTube and you're like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel because I wanna make gazillions of dollars too, it's not gonna work out for you because you have to put in so much time and energy for free in order to get to making any money at all. It takes so much time and energy that if it's not something you're passionate about and you don't really thoroughly enjoy the process and you're just in it for the money, you're not gonna last. You may think you are now, but you're just not gonna last. You have to be passionate enough about this to be motivated to do it when nobody is watching and nobody might not ever watch. If you give up on things easily, like when the going gets tough, you're like, it's just not for me. The universe is telling me not to do it. Then you're not gonna last on YouTube, because even when you get the ball rolling and you get some people who are like what you're putting out, they're picking up what you're putting down and they're watching your videos. It's like, it goes like this on YouTube. You're like, yeah, it's good. And you're like, oh, what happened? And then you're like, oh yeah, what happened? It's very strange. It's not a straight line up, and every time my channel is really growing and doing really well, I'm like, I know it's all gonna end, like I know it's gonna stop, you know, I know it's natural and it's normal, and everyone you talk to will always say that, but if you are a person who gives up easily, you're not gonna make it on YouTube, or lots of things that are hard. Stop giving up so easily. You really have to stick with this and just trudge through the struggle bus times to get where you want to go. If you are not ready to make YouTube a priority, then it's not going to work out for you. If you're like, this will be my side hustle, but first I'm going to do my day job, and then I'm going to still have my friends nights. We go out every Friday, and then I got book club, and then on Wednesdays I like to binge watch Netflix, and those are your priorities over YouTube. It's just not going to work out. Like, you really have to figure out where in your life you can carve out some time. If you like to watch TV in the evening, you need, for just like 6 months, like stop watching TV in the evening, use that time to focus on YouTube. If you make lavish 5-course dinners for your family every evening, bless you. But maybe tell them, hey, Monday and Wednesday, you're gonna have to figure out food for yourself, or maybe meal prep or something, and then because Mama's gonna be working on her channel. Again, this isn't forever. I don't believe in hustle culture. And just being hustle all the time. You can burn out that way. But if you're gonna be successful at pretty much anything, there's gotta be a period of time where that is the priority and you hustle and you make it happen. And then later down the road, maybe 6 months down the road, maybe it's a year, maybe it's 2 years, I don't know what it would be for you. Then you can start to have more balance in your life and balance things out a little bit better, and it doesn't have to be so way high up here. I see these videos of really successful people who are like, I wish I wouldn't have been so involved in like hustle culture in the beginning, and all I did was work, and I just, I would do this all day, and didn't get enough sleep sometimes. But you know what, if you wouldn't have done those things, you probably wouldn't be on the platform you're on now, being able to step back and not be in that. So if you have to hustle first 2 years out of your life and you live to be 100, 2% of your life you're hustling and you're neglecting making the 5-course meals for your family, but in the end you have a very successful channel that you love and you're passionate about and you love what you do every single day, is that worth it? I kind of feel like it is. So here's some questions I've been asked that I don't think I just answered in that previous bit. A couple of people asked, how do you overcome being nervous on camera? And the answer is you just do it, because again, my first, 100 videos, I sucked and I was very nervous, and I was like, hey, so if you want to look good for your party, you wear a dress, or just, I don't know what I was saying, but you know, I was just like, it just was hard to get used to. I'm talking to a camera, but now I feel like I'm talking to you. I just feel like I'm talking to like these people who are my friends. That's who I feel like I'm talking to now. And you will get there too. You just have to start. Also, if you're really awkward in general, just in person, I'm super awkward. I'm incredibly awkward and socially anxious, everything. But don't worry about it, because so many other people are too. And it's okay if you are, because honestly, I feel like you're a little more relatable when you're not perfect. So don't worry about that. Some people asked if they should have an intro video. A video about why they started a YouTube channel or who they are or something. No. Nope, I don't think you should, because do you care about some stranger over there and why they started a YouTube channel, or do you just want to know some information that you came to find? Most likely, you just don't care. Eventually, people will care about who they're watching, like, oh, I've seen 29 of her videos, like, who is she? And then maybe make one, but I don't think it's necessary. And in the beginning, it takes so much time and energy to make one video. An intro video is not what I would spend my time on. What kind of equipment do you need? You need an iPhone, or, you know, some kind of something where you can take a video. It does not have to be fancy. And I feel like you need a tripod, because it's hard to, like, I don't know what you would have to prop up your phone, which you could definitely do. You get creative and prop it up. But if you're trying to like do things, show people how you're doing things with your hands, you're gonna wanna point the camera down so it shows you doing things with your hands, and you will definitely need a tripod for that. I will link mine below. But let's see, a tripod's good, lighting is good. I'm gonna link the ring light and some other lighting I've used. And although sunlight is amazing, if you have a good spot with sunlight, I would just use that. Audio, essential. Audio is essential. Camera, not essential, although I will link what I have and some other ones that I know other people have used that are really good down below in the description box if you're there yet. I have a pretty fancy camera, and I don't even really know how to use it, so there's really no point in me even having this camera because I don't even know really how to use it. What do I use to edit my videos? Well, I use Final Cut Pro. Do I use it the way I'm supposed to with all the bells and whistles? No, I have no idea how to use it. I try to find time to like learn more how to use it, but I really don't know what I'm doing. If I had to go back and do it all over again, I would have just stuck with iMovie. iMovie is free. It's on your Mac, or it's on your iPhone. I've used my iPhone to edit videos, but I love iMovie for editing videos. It does everything you need. Unless you are techie and you're very good at figuring out programs like that, I would not worry about editing software. Just use iMovie. Someone asked how much time it takes to edit a video. In the beginning, it probably took me 20 hours to edit one video, and it was not even that good. Now it probably takes around 10 to 15 hours, sometimes less. Usually not much more than 15 hours to edit from start to finish a full video. Another question was how to find a topic. Like, you're interested in a lot of things. There's a lot of things you're passionate about that you would like to talk about on YouTube. I would say the advantage of being new to YouTube is that you can talk about lots of subjects. I would make sure they are subjects that people are actively searching for. Again, if you're talking about things that your dog likes to eat, don't know anybody that's gonna care about that, maybe not make YouTube videos about it. Find topics that you like, that you love, that people are searching for, that have an active search volume, and then make videos on all of those topics. You don't know what's gonna take off. And so whenever something does start to take off or start to narrow down into that niche. Another thing though, if you make videos on how to paint a wall fast, and then you start making videos on astrology, it's not the people you got from painting the wall fast are gonna unsubscribe or never watch any of your videos ever again because they came for wall painting, not astrology. So again, download Keywords Everywhere and Tubebuddy. That will help you out a ton. Lots of people have commented that they want to do YouTube, but they're scared or something's holding them back. As Mel Robbins says, just say to yourself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just start. Do the thing, just start. If it's something nagging at you that you really want to do, you're meant to try this out. You never know where it's going to go. So just start doing it, do some research, get your first video out, get your feet wet. It's going to be great, even if you get on camera and it's the dumbest, most awful video in the entire world, and someone gets a hold of it and they play it on a projector in your town center, and everybody in your town sees how ridiculous you look talking about that. I feel like that's like the worst thing that people think. They're like, everyone's gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna look so stupid. who cares? Like, they're gonna laugh at you for 4 seconds and then they're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe she did that. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, I wish I could do something like that. And then, you know, they're gonna go back to their own life and their own problems. So go through the worst case scenario in your head, the worst thing that could happen in your world, and be okay with that and be like, all right, well, if that happened, it really wouldn't be that bad. And just get started. You're gonna be great. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I really hope this is not a 5-hour long video, and I hope this really helps somebody get off the struggle bus, move in the right direction, inspire somebody, do the things that these videos helped me in the beginning and even now. So I hope I've given back. And thank you for watching, and you can subscribe if you want, but I don't talk about this stuff. I talk about fashion. So if you like fashion from me, in my perspective, you can subscribe, but if not, I probably wouldn't. You're gonna hate my channel because it's not about YouTube, it's about fashion.